Hello everybody, welcome once again to my channel. This is Annie and this is another episode of The Real Deal. I do have the tendency to be pretty honest and in some of the topics that I have put out for debate. Some interesting feedback that I have received, and I just want to tell you guys that I am here with the main interest of creating a space where we can actually talk about real issues and discuss them with respect, but also with the ability to feel free to express our ideas and how we really feel about the subject. I would like to say without judgment, although that it's kind of hard because we're humans and that's going to happen, but we should try to respect one another. So that's my main goal. And I am pleased so far because a lot of people have responded to some of the concerns that I have put out. And I want you to know, my videos are not professional. As you see, I try my best to put out material that is raw, and I'm sincere. So I am looking for people who are brutally honest and they are not afraid to speak their truth. I think right now we're living in a world where we need to be real, 100%. There's so much fakeness out there. You know, fake news, people pretend to be who they're not. And because of the social media access that we have, the exposure is ridiculous. It may be considered positive in one end, but in the other end, it's not necessarily so positive because a lot of people expose a life that is not true. Like they put up a front of a lifestyle that doesn't really exist, and because of that, other people does not feel adequate and they can't connect. Not realizing that somehow we're all struggling in this world. But enough of sad news. I just wanted to kind of bring to your attention this time the fact that I see in social media a lot of people talking about the possibility of a, how can I put it, of a catastrophe that is coming our way. I mean, it's not secret that the economy is been changing all around drastically, that there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of fear, and I wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm really bothered by the fact that people take these platforms that we have access to and they start instilling fear in people's hearts. And I think we have enough pressure already in the world to now to have to deal with all of this nonsense that people put out. And I think we have to start living more from a perspective of trust, of confidence and positivity. I mean, let's not forget, we live in a bubble, for God's sake. This is it. We are in a planet, and as far as I'm concerned, you know, yeah, we may or may not have other, well, let me just put it this way. We cannot be the only one in this universe, but at the end of the day, we're here trapped in this bubble. And whatever, if we start spreading negativity, you know, it's going to affect us all in a collective way. And I think it's very, very important that we reject all that negativity and we start trying to shift that mentality into more positivity. I'm not saying live on denial and forget what's happening, you know, realistically in front of you. All I'm saying is that instead of falling for the trap of always looking at life in a negative way, please make that switch, turn that key. I think it's very important that we start consciously making the decision of looking at life from a very positive point of view, no matter what. But it is a decision that we have to make. And perhaps once we do that, we can start looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. Because what I see is that we are heading into a path of such a negativity that is expanding into our consciousness globally, and it's creating this uncertainty, these fears, and people don't know where to move. People are assuming that something really bad is going to happen, and because the economy is not so good, then you have to be prepared because something is coming, and yada yada yada. Okay, I'm not saying again that you're not to be realistic, but if we continue with that kind of mentality, I think we are necessarily and unfortunately attracting so much negativity into our world, into our daily lives, that is going to be a self-fulfilled prophecy. It feels almost as if we are expecting something bad to happen in order to validate our concerns. And I think we need to change that. And this is my little contribution. I want to put this message out there that nothing bad is going to happen if we decide that it's not going to happen. And instead, we need to start looking for ways to improve our lives, to help one another, to love one another, okay? And to do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, that's what's keeping us down. I think that we need to really make a shift, make a change in our points of view and the way we perceive our reality, and make a positive change. With all that said, I don't want to bore you guys. I appreciate your participation. Your comments are always welcome. And remember, there's freedom, hopefully, to be able to express ourselves. Let's love one another, respect one another, and I wish you all always the best. Have a great time and take good care. Bye.